Hey there everybody, Gabe here. Today I wanted to talk about streaming services for the rant of the day, I suppose. Now, we all know that a lot of streaming services nowadays are trying to introduce ads, and instead of, like, you know, making their streaming service better, they're cutting more and more programs from it, just because. Now, I'm sure we were all, I mean, if you're viewing YouTube, I fucking hope you are. We were all raised in the time that streaming services came without ads, you know, for pretty damn cheap as well. Now, you know, we all remember, you know, Amazon being green button instead of, like, whatever the fuck it is with dark blue now. We all remember it better. You know, it was better. Now, you try and load up a streaming service, what happens? Well, if you pause your video, you get ads, the prices are exuberant, and what for? Well, let's talk about it. Now, it's not a popular opinion to say that things should be cheaper. I mean, you see inflation nowadays, and it's pretty bad. So, what do I think is driving up the price of most, I guess, yeah, streaming services, you know? Things like Amazon, Netflix, and Hulu. Well, I think it's licensing fees. Now, for those who aren't, you know, going in depth about streaming services, basically, whatever is on a service, if it isn't made by the company streaming it directly, it normally has to be licensed. It's mainly a copyright thing, right? Now, the thing about licenses, they expire. Just like copyrights, a license expires. Basically, you can use a piece of intellectual property that another company owns, or a different producer owns, for a limited amount of time before you either have to pay again, or before you have to just remove it entirely, right? That's kind of what a license is. So, licenses also exist for other things, like EULAs, end-user license agreements. But that's not really where licenses are talked about the most. Anyway, so, licenses. I believe that the increase in price of licenses has definitely been a contributing factor to the increase of price of a streaming service. But I believe it's more than just licenses, or licensing fees. Now, it's not a radical idea to say, hey, maybe, possibly, even, streaming services are getting expensive because, and this has been a relatively talked about topic in the channel for any rant videos, corporate greed. We're all pretty fucking familiar with corporate greed. I mean, we all deal with it every day. Why wouldn't we be? But no, seriously. I believe that corporate greed and greed of advertisers is a reason why streaming services have gone up. Now, ads on streaming services have always been a thing, right? Ever since, I think, Freebie. Like, streaming services have had ads. But, most of the time, when you do pay for a service, you are not the product directly. So, there's a common saying, nothing in life is free. Well, that's partially true. It is expected that whenever you pay for a product, you will no longer receive ads. Because advertising is just different companies asking for your money, you know? Ad space is important nowadays because companies want your fucking money. So, it used to be commonplace that, like, hey, I paid for something, therefore, I shouldn't have ads on that product. Yeah, I shouldn't have to have another company shell out something to me that costs money when I'm already paying for something. When I'm paying for the platform for them to show me that on. With the invention and the creation of Freebie, it challenged it a bit. Like, hey, you can stream on Freebie for free, but you will see ads. And you know what? That was accepted. Why? Because it was free. You could see whatever fucking movie you wanted to for free. You did just have to deal with ads, though. And hey, everyone was fine with that. It was a working system. Now, if you even see an ad on, like, Hulu or on Amazon Prime, it's expected, you know? It's like, oh, cool, another ad. But, and people have been complaining about this, like, why am I seeing ads on services that I paid for? Well, the companies are being a bit sketchy. They are now having you pay for an ad-free version of said platform when you're already paying to see what's on the platform. It's like, say I asked you, as a viewer, to get, like, YouTube Premium, for example, right? But I still showed you ads. And I said, hold on. You could get YouTube Premium. You pay more. You don't receive any other benefits. But you don't see ads. That'd be a bit scummy. Because on YouTube Premium, you don't see ads currently. But if I were to sell YouTube Premium, now that, it's still scummy. When you have to pay even more for something that was already like, oh, I'm paying to not see ads. It becomes worse on the consumer and worse for the company because no one wants to pay like $7 more a month just to see ads on a platform that otherwise they wouldn't have seen ads on in the first place. Take Amazon Prime, because I know it's a big thing now that Invincible Season 2 is coming out, right? No one wants to see ads on Prime. Prime didn't have ads beforehand. That wasn't an issue. No one was complaining about it because no one saw it. Now, though, it's an issue. Why? Because Prime has ads now, even though you're paying for the service. You're paying to watch licensed content on a platform that previously you didn't even have to watch ads on. You just had to pay for it monthly. Now, I do kind of want to play devil's advocate here. Why? You know, why are companies doing this? There's a few reasons that I think are true. One, free trials, right? Say you... Oh my god, this gun is fucking bad. Okay. So, say you got a free trial for Netflix, right? If you wanted to be a really shitty person, but also a really funny one, what you could do is just constantly refresh your free trial by getting a new temp mail. It's really easy to do. I don't think I can say how easy it is, but it's really easy to do. Anyway, with the amount of people now knowing, like, hey, I could cheat the companies out of money, it's caused companies to look at their sales, look at what they're doing, and say, wait, I don't want that. So what's the idea? Make your active consumers, people who are already paying for your subscription service, to pay more. But what does that lead to? Well, it leads to people now wanting to exploit free trials, because why should I have to pay for something that other people are doing? When you raise the price of a consumer good because other people are stealing it, that only encourages theft. It's why piracy is a thing, pretty much. I mean, sure, there are other reasons, but one of the main reasons behind it is things are so expensive now. Why should I have to pay so much for something that I feel as though I should get for free? Now, there are a few solutions to this. One of them is make subscription services ad-free without payment. Sorry, make subscription services full of ads for free. But if people want to use your subscription service and pay for it, then remove the ads. Does that create a bit of a conflict between people licensing out the films? Yeah. Do I believe that it will lead to more people actually using it, though? Yes. Now, another solution is to just scrap the whole paying extra for a streaming service's ad-free version. Because why should I have to pay? I'm already paying. Which, yeah, it's fair. You shouldn't have to pay for that. It's a streaming service that you're already paying for. Why pay more for an ad-free version, you know? There's a lot of different points of view, and companies will constantly say, oh, but we're doing this because we have to. Which we all know is bullshit. We all know Amazon does not need to make you pay extra for their... I don't even know what it's called. I just know it's like more expensive Amazon. But like, you shouldn't have to pay extra for getting a service that you already had. One of my biggest solutions, I advocate for consumers to rise up and to say to these companies, like, hey, we don't want to pay extra just for an ad-free version. And it'll suck because you do vote with your dollar. And unfortunately, your dollar is gonna have to be on not getting your favorite shows. But hey, for the greater good of humanity, can we all agree, you know, maybe stop these damn services from charging so much for something we previously got for free? I think it's up to the consumer, definitely, to vote with their dollar. So I do encourage you, if you can, and if you're willing to, just unsubscribe from streaming services that make you pay extra for an ad-free version. Because it is scummy for these giant corporations to make you pay exuberant amounts for something you previously got for free. Or not for free, but, you know, previously got at a lower price. Is that kind of how inflation works? Yeah. But locking services, like, say, ad-free streaming, behind a paywall, when previously it wasn't behind a paywall, yeah, it's fucked up. I shouldn't have to constantly have to sit through an ad just to watch Invincible. I use Invincible a lot because I am currently partially through watching it. Don't spoil it for me, I will remove you from my comment section. But still. Like, you shouldn't have to pay extra for ad-free streaming, you know? So, vote with your dollar, genuinely. Because that's about all you can do nowadays. And companies will flex their sell figures, saying, like, it doesn't matter that much. But it does. That's gonna be my rant for today. I felt really passionate about talking about this. If you all like these rant videos, tell me in the comments below. Vote with your like button. Yeah, that'll be it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I am out.